Amara steps into the dimly lit room, her heart racing. The air is thick with anticipation and a hint of fear. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm her nerves as she scans the other participants. They all seem to be ordinary people, like herself, but there's something about their expressions that sets them apart. A mixture of curiosity and apprehension. She glances around the room, taking in the oddly shaped machines and the holographic displays projecting intricate patterns of light. The Somnium Weaver is unlike anything she's ever seen before. It looks both ancient and futuristic at the same time, as if it's been plucked straight out of her dreams. As she waits for Dr. Silas to begin his introduction, Amara can't help but wonder what it is that draws her to this place. Her dreams have always been vivid, more real than reality itself, but she's never been able to share them with anyone. Now, for the first time, she feels like she belongs. When Silas finally speaks, his voice echoes through the room like a whisper in the wind. Today, you are about to embark on a journey into the depths of your subconscious. A journey that will take you places you've never been before, and show you things you've never seen. But remember, what you experience here is not reality. It's a construct of your mind shaped by your fears and desires. So please be careful. Amara nods, a shiver running down her spine. She can feel the weight of his words pressing down on her, making her heart race even faster. But despite her apprehension, she can't help but feel a sense of anticipation building inside her. As the other participants begin to settle into the Weaver's pods, she takes a deep breath and climbs into hers, eager to see where the journey will take her. The pod envelopes her, the sensation of being completely enclosed both comforting and disorienting at the same time. Images flicker before her eyes, a kaleidoscope of colors and shapes that seem to dance across her field of vision. She feels herself falling, spinning, and yet somehow she knows that she's still here, safe inside the pod. The world around her blurs, and then slowly comes into focus as she finds herself standing in a familiar dreamscape. She's in a dark, stormy forest, the trees towering above her like sentinels guarding some ancient secret. Lightning flashes across the sky, casting eerie shadows on the ground. A feeling of unease settles in the pit of her stomach as she realizes that this is one of her recurring dreams. She's had it many times before, but never like this. This time, she feels as if she's not alone. There's something else here with her, something dark and malevolent. As she begins to explore the dreamscape, she notices that the other participants are also here, their dreams intertwining with hers in ways she's never experienced before. The darkness seems to be growing stronger, feeding off their fear and despair. Amara knows that they must find a way to control their emotions, to keep the darkness at bay. The fate of their collective unconscious, and perhaps even their world, depends on it. She reaches out to touch one of the trees, feeling the rough bark beneath her fingertips. As she does, a wave of calm washes over her, and she realizes that she has the power to shape the dream world around her. With a thought, she commands the trees to part, creating a path through the forest. The other participants seem to draw strength from her newfound confidence, and they too begin to take control of their dreams. The darkness begins to recede, replaced by a sense of hope. As they continue down the path, they stumble upon a clearing in the center of the forest. In the center of the clearing stands a pedestal, upon which rests a glowing orb. As they approach, they realize that the orb is the source of the darkness, feeding off their negative emotions. Dr. Silas emerges from the shadows, his face etched with concern. "You must destroy the orb, my friends," he says. "Only by banishing the darkness from your hearts can you hope to find peace. But be warned, the orb is protected by a guardian, and it will not surrender easily." Amara takes a step forward, her resolve strengthened by the support of the others. She looks up at the guardian, a hulking creature made of shadow and despair, and knows that she must face it if they are to succeed. Together, they gather their strength and prepare to confront the darkness. As they approach the pedestal, the guardian growls menacingly, its eyes fixing on each of them in turn. It swings its massive claws at them, but they manage to dodge the attack. They realize that they must work together to defeat the creature, for their fates are intertwined. One by one, they launch attacks on the guardian, striking at its weak points and trying to drive it back. The battle rages on, the forest echoing with the sounds of their struggle. Slowly but surely, their combined efforts begin to wear down the creature. Its shadowy form begins to flicker and fade, and finally it collapses to the ground, defeated. With a final burst of energy, they destroy the orb, banishing the darkness from their world. The storm clears, the forest grows quiet, and the light returns. As they stand together in the aftermath of their battle, they feel a new sense of unity and purpose. They may have faced their fears and confronted their demons, but they have emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before. Dr. Silas steps forward, a look of pride in his eyes. "Well done, my friends," he says. "You have proven yourselves equal to the task. Now, go forth and share your newfound strength with the world. Remember, it is only through embracing our fears and facing our demons that we can truly find peace." The other participants nod in agreement, and with one final glance at each other, they turn and leave the dreamscape, ready to take on whatever challenges await them in the waking world. As they exit, the dream world fades away, replaced by the familiar surroundings of the sleep lab. They awaken from their slumber, each of them feeling refreshed and reinvigorated. Dr. Silas congratulates them on their success and asks them to stay behind for a moment to discuss their experience. They gather around him, sharing their insights and revelations from the dream. They find that their collective unconscious has been cleansed, their minds clearer than ever before. They feel a new sense of purpose and determination, as if they can now confront any challenge that comes their way. "The power you have discovered within yourselves is not limited to the dream world," Dr. Silas tells them. "It is a part of who you are, and it will continue to shape your lives in profound ways. Remember, it is not enough to simply forget about your fears and demons. You must face them head on, and embrace them as part of what makes you human. Only then can you truly find peace and move forward." As they leave the lab, each of them takes a moment to reflect on the experience. They know that the world outside is still filled with darkness and uncertainty, but they also know that they have the strength and resilience to face those challenges together. They may have started as a group of strangers, but now they feel like they are part of something greater than themselves. They are connected by the shared experience of facing their demons and emerging stronger on the other side. And as they step out into the world, they carry with them a newfound sense of hope and determination, ready to make a difference in the lives of those around them. Their conversations continue long into the night, fueled by a mix of excitement and cautious optimism. Some share stories of personal struggles and triumphs, finding solace in the knowledge that they are not alone. Others discuss ideas for projects or initiatives that they could pursue together, using their newfound understanding of themselves and each other to make a positive impact on the world. Dr. Silas listens intently to their stories and ideas, offering words of encouragement and guidance when needed. He reminds them that the work is not done, that the journey they have embarked on is lifelong and full of twists and turns. But he also reminds them that they are not alone, that they have each other to lean on and to learn from. And as they part ways for the night, each of them feels a newfound sense of purpose and direction, eager to see where their paths will lead them next. Days, weeks, and months pass, and the group remains in touch, continuing to share their experiences and offer support to one another. They each face their own unique challenges, but they know that they can draw on the strength they found within themselves during their time in the dreamscape. They may not always succeed, but they never give up. One day, they receive an invitation from Dr. Silas to return to the sleep lab. They are curious, but also cautious. They wonder what new lessons he has in store for them. As they gather in the familiar surroundings of the lab, Dr. Silas smiles warmly at them and says, "My friends, you have accomplished so much since our last meeting. You have faced your fears and found your strength. But now it is time to take it to the next level." He leads them into a new room, filled with state-of-the-art technology and cutting-edge equipment. "In this final stage of your journey," he explains, "you will learn how to share your experiences and insights with others, using this technology to help them face their own demons and find their own path to inner peace." As they begin to learn how to use the equipment, they realize that they have been given a unique gift, the ability to help others navigate through the darkness and find their way back to the light. They embrace this responsibility, knowing that they are not only changing their own lives, but also the lives of those around them. And so, the cycle continues, as each of them goes out into the world and shares their story, inspiring others to face their fears and find their own strength. They become beacons of hope in a world that often seems dark and hopeless. And as they continue to grow and evolve, they remain connected to one another, forever bound by the shared experience that brought them together in the first place. The end for now. But the story continues, in each of their lives, and in the lives of those they touch. The dreamscape may have faded, but the lessons learned there will never be forgotten, and the light they carry within themselves will continue to shine brightly, guiding them through whatever challenges lie ahead. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing to stay updated with our latest stories, give us a like if you want to see more, and drop a comment below to let us know your thoughts.